Howdy, Immortalium here. Today I'm doing a discussion video. I know I haven't done a discussion video in a while, but you know, I have college. There's nothing really that I felt like I needed to discuss about, so I would have been just making the videos just for the sake of it. But I was watching The World God Only Knows last night, which I'm enjoying, and hopefully I'll be able to put up a review of it by the end of the week. But something in it just reminded me of something that I needed to discuss. It was something that was sparked off by Snowwolf Alpha's comment in K-On! The K-On! Review, to be more specific. And what he said was basically, what I praised about K-On! Was the fact that when the girls start singing, that it swaps from the English dub over to the Japanese. And Snowwolf Alpha, his comment basically in the video said that he didn't like that he wanted a full English experience, and he referenced a show called Beck to back him up. Now, I've not seen Beck, but I need to point out, I do prefer hearing the original Japanese voice actors sing in comparison to, you know, English voice actors sing. Now, there's a reason for that. In Japan, Japanese seiyuu, basically the, you know, Japanese voice actors, actresses, whatever, a lot of them are pop idols, if you weren't aware. You know, they sing mainly, and then they voice anime, you know, as part of their career. So they know how to sing. And it's kind of expected that they do sing, considering how much anime, you know, contains singing. Quite often that's just because, you know, the actress has a beautiful singing voice and they just want to get it out. However, until recently, basically, when I saw an English dub, they turned the Japanese song, beautiful song, over into English lyrics with English language, and there's nothing really wrong with the English voice actresses singing. I mean, they're perfectly decent. I mean, you know, I don't think I've heard a bad song, per se, but they're not as good. That is clear. And I have several shows to back that up. The first one that popped to mind when I was thinking of doing this review is the Haruhi Suzumiya song. Basically, not the team songs or anything, but do you know that, okay, I'm not sure how many of you have seen Haruhi Suzumiya, but there's a bit in Haruhi Suzumiya where Haruhi is singing on the stage. It's during a high school festival. I can't give you the episode number, but I do remember that scene. Now, Aya Harano, the voice actress who voices Haruhi, is a pop idol. And she has a beautiful voice. Amazing. And if you listen to her singing in Japanese, it is just utterly incredible. However, swap over to the English dub, and Wendy Lee, who is a very good voice actress for Haruhi Suzumiya, she's singing the lyrics, and Wendy Lee isn't bad at singing the lyrics. She's just okay. That and the lyrics are translated into English, and they sound kind of lame. So, they, in that case, I would have liked to have seen her swap over into the Japanese for that song. Another example that pops to mind is Gundam Seed, which I'm actually currently watching right now, and even though I've only watched rewatched the first 10 episodes, I'm already considering doing a kind of like a re-opinion review, because my opinions based on watching the Japanese is so much different to that of the English dub, but I'll get onto that in, you know, that video when I get to it. What I do want to point out is there is a character in Gundam Seed called Lacus Clyne. And she is a coordinator, she's been genetically modified, and she has an amazing singing voice. And, you know, everyone loves to listen to her. So, within the first 10 episodes, we've heard her sing probably 4 times, which is a lot. Now, I don't know who the voice actresses are who voice her, either in English or Japanese, so don't ask me the names. But, wow, is her singing really good in Japanese. Whereas, you know, in English, it's only okay. Then again, the whole English dub for Gundam Seed was only okay. So, you know, I wouldn't necessarily be using that as the best example, but it's just a case where you hear her singing in Japanese and it's like, oh my god, that's so beautiful. whereas, you know, the English is just, you know, it's just there for padding. So that's my opinion on those. And then my opinion, okay, look at K-On!, look at The World God Only Knows, because until last night, I wasn't sure if K-On! Was the only show that did this, but when they swap over into the singing, into the Japanese singing, it's amazing how not distracting it is. It's non-distracting. Basically, you know, the characters are speaking in English one moment, they swap over to Japanese to sing, they swap back to the English to talk, and that's not distracting. Why? I have my theories on why, but I'll tell you my main theory. Basically, my main theory is because of the characters, you know, are a certain archetype, or and they, you know, there's certain kind of, you know, goes beyond cultural kind of boundaries. People have an idea of what kind of person should voice this. The English and the Japanese voice actresses generally sound similar. So basically, you know, you might be listening to Yui sing in K-On!. You know, she's singing in Japanese, she swaps over to the English when she starts speaking to the audience, and it's not distracting. Because of the fact, it sounds almost like as if the English voice actress has just started singing in Japanese. Now, obviously that's not the case, but it actually doesn't, you know, boggle the mind or anything. The World God Only Knows, you know, it wasn't as clean a cut, I'll put it. You know, like there was 1 or 2 points where I went, ooh, that's a bit odd. But besides that, beautiful singing again, and, you know, the voice actor, you know, like the voices were similar enough that they didn't clash too much. So in that, I thought it added so much to the episode, and it would have taken so much out if they gotten that voice actress to start singing. It would have been unnecessary. Now, that doesn't necessarily cover, like, theme songs. Like, for example, One Piece. I don't mind them dubbing in the, you know, singing at the beginning of the episodes, you know, in the theme song. Why? Because they actually get people who can actually sing. That, and they put a lot of effort into lyrics. So I think in that case, like where they replace the opening with the English version of it, you know, for example, you know, One Piece, for example, what else did they do? They did Ouran High School Host Club, I remember that. I think they did Negima, season 2. Those all work really well, and I have no issue with those. It's the singing as a character that I do have an issue with. Now this could be solved, I guess, by getting someone who can sing to replace the person voice acting for a little while. They used to do that in Disney movies. I think they did that in like Beauty and the Beast and Aladdin and all that jazz, because they can't, you know, the actors voicing them can't sing. You know, they get someone else to voice it for them, to sing it for them. But these, you know, English dub companies, they can't afford that. You know, it's hard enough to make a profit without having to make like a double of each person. So, you know, I just think it's best just to go with that method, to just swap over to Japanese and then swap back to English when they're talking. Now, the show that Snow Wolf Alpha pointed out, Beck. I have not seen Beck. I do want to see Beck because I hear so many good things about it. And it's nice to know that they did the songs really well in that, in English. But that's only one show. Now, I don't know how many other shows do that well, where the English dub singing is as good as, if not better, than the Japanese. But I'm sure it's very few. So, I just think overall it's a far better method. I think anime dubs would be much improved with it. I think it's the future. That's what I think. And also, so far, all I have is my own opinion. I have Snow Wolf Alpha's opinion. I'd like to hear you guys' opinion. I'd like to see you guys, you know, kind of talking about it. So, don't forget to, comment on this. I would love to see your opinions. I'll try to respond to you if I can. Just remember I'm at college. It can be intense these days, so I might not be able to get back immediately, but I will try to answer your questions or discussions or whatever. So hopefully this was informative. Hopefully you took away something from this. Maybe it made you think about how English dubs should be dubbed, particularly in their songs. And that's it really. So thanks for watching. Don't forget to comment, rate, subscribe, and bye-bye.